Today on Rappler. A survey shows trust in Vice President Sara Duterte dropped by 10 percentage points. The filing of candidacy for the 2025 midterm election starts. After 7 years, 10 USD fratmen are convicted of hazing that led to the death of Atio Castillo. Hezbollah says it is ready to confront any Israeli ground invasion of Lebanon. And BTS's Suga is fined over $11,000 for drunk driving. A Pulse Asia survey finds Vice President Sara Duterte's trust rating dropped 10 percentage points from 71% in June to 61% in September. Conducted from September 6 to 13, the survey coincided with congressional hearings on the Office of the Vice President's proposed 2025 budget. Duterte was absent from a number of those hearings, and her snarky attitude in those she attended became controversial. The Commission on Audit's move to disallow part of her confidential funds were also in the headlines. Despite all this, Duterte remains the most trusted among the top 4 government officials. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s trust rating dips 2 percentage points from 52% in June to 50% in September. Senate President Cheese Escudero suffers the largest drop of 13 percentage points from 69% to 56%. House Speaker Martin Romualdez's rating falls 4 percentage points from 35% to 31%. The Philippines opens the week-long window for aspiring politicians to formalize their candidacies in the 2025 midterm elections on Tuesday, October 1. 17 aspirants filed their candidacies for senator while 15 party-list groups submitted their documents. Senate Majority Leader Francis Tolentino is the first politician from President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s senatorial slate to submit his certificate of candidacy to the COMELEC. Agri Representative Wilbert Lee also filed his COC. Incumbent party-list groups file nomination certificates in acceptance of their nominees, including AXIS, Co-op Natco, Kabayan, Manila Teachers, and AGAP. Party-list groups Buhay and Bayan Muna, which lost their seats in 2022, are vying for return to Congress. If they still lose this time, they risk getting delisted and disqualified from elections in 2028. Several content creators with sizable followings are also hoping to become lawmakers next year. After 7 years, a Manila court convicts 10 fratmen for the 2017 hazing death of UST law student Atio Castillo III. 10 Aegis Juris fraternity members are found guilty of violating the old anti-hazing law and are sentenced to reclusión perpetua. They are also ordered to jointly pay Castillo's family 625,000 pesos in actual expenses and damages. Castillo's death from a fraternity initiation is among the biggest and most controversial hazing cases in recent history. Officials of the University of Santo Tomas were called to the Senate in 2017, including its law dean and Aegis Juris alumnus Nilo Divina. The investigation led to the enactment of a new anti-hazing law in 2018. Castillo was a 22-year-old freshman law student when he died after being punched and paddled for 4 hours. Hezbollah's deputy leader Naim Qassem says the movement is ready to confront any Israeli ground invasion of Lebanon. The statement comes after Israel assassinated the group's chief Hassan Nasrallah on September 28. For 2 weeks, Israeli forces dealt multiple blows to Hezbollah, eliminating several of its commanders. Meanwhile, the Palestinian militant group Hamas says an Israeli airstrike killed its leader in Lebanon on Monday, September 30. Another Palestinian organization says 3 of its leaders died in a strike in central Beirut, the first such hit within the Lebanese capital. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Nasser Ka'ani says Tehran won't let any of Israel's, quote, criminal acts go unanswered. Lebanon's health ministry says more than 1,000 Lebanese have been killed and 6,000 wounded in the past 2 weeks, while 1 million people have fled their homes. A court fines K-pop star and BTS member Suga 15 million won, or $11,500 for drunk driving while on an electric scooter. Police have also revoked his license. The rapper-songwriter apologized for the incident in August. He called it, quote, careless and wrong behavior. His label, Big Hit Music, said Suga had failed a breath test, which police used to measure blood alcohol level. Suga has been engaged in social service work in order to meet his military duty commitment. The case prompted some BTS fans to call for him to leave the band. Suga's label did not immediately respond to a request for comment. And that's today's wrap. I'm Kara Oliver. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.